Bitch, now that I exposed myself. Yes, I watch my old lives. Damn, I'm trying to like watch videos with y'all. Like that is my plan. Oh, go back. Go back. All right. But yeah, I wanted to share some of my faves with you. I feel like we're not gonna watch like whole videos or anything like that. But there are definitely people that I love that I wanted to share. But I got really excited and didn't get my setup together. So give me a moment. Give me a moment. Hi. Okay, I'm really hoping this works out. I'm really hoping. Okay, all right. We're still learning. Okay, give me like one moment. I feel like I'm so close to getting this set up together. So close. But I wanted to share some of my fave videos on YouTube, some of my fave creators, because honestly, I want to. And I'm excited because my friend has a big ass fucking TV. So I feel like it's really easy to show you. But again, bitches got really excited and didn't think about the setup. So we about to go find a box. BRB. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. I made a giant sandwich and like it was really big. And I had a bowl of chips with the shits too, honestly. It was divine. So good. So tasty. Then me and the cat that lives here were kicking it. That was cute as fuck as well. Yeah, I feel like okay, there's a candle. Pigs in a blanket, peaches and cream. Damn, you throwing down. You're not playing about Sunday. Okay. I feel like I realize at this point that the stand I want to use not about to for a work. Like, unfortunately. Oh, but it might work like this. Oh shit. Woohoo! All right. So yeah, honestly, I was about to watch this video and I like kind of started, but then I got really sad because honestly,
I just want to be somebody girlfriend,
I was
somebody what?
I was like, mommy, no, like that shit. Oh my god! But I had to click off because I was like, bitch, I'm not even in that mindset. But bitch, like between me and you, I want to start off with a laugh. I want to start off with a little comedy, cause again, like it could get deeper. This man is hilarious to me. I don't fuck with all his stuff. If he's problematic, you know, let me know. Let me know. I can leave him behind. But I'm gonna be so for real. Like, he got a couple videos that has me fucking dead, and this one is my favorite. So I'm sorry in advance for me laughing. Like cackling. Like he's so stupid. Aaron.
That's, and that's hot, ain't it? I didn't know it was gonna be this hot. You watch the news? And it's hot. Child. Hey, I don't know why I thought it would be a good day to bring the hoop rock, y'all. I don't know why I thought it would be hoop. You ain't know what that young mean is that, huh? It's cool. I'm gonna find something. I know what's her name had something. I'm thinking about taking this video. Man, it's hot. Ain't know it was gonna be raining though. It's cool though. You about to live in the crib with it? God damn, it's so fucking hot. God damn. Ah, hold on. Hold on. I in the crib, right? So I wonder what my man's is doing. I don't know. I was just about to go down the way. About to just go shoot some hoops real quick. I'll probably come back up, me and my man. Probably, you know what I mean? Alright. I'm really gonna try to take the mask off. You ain't hot? But, you ain't trying to hoop? I thought, things would be a little different. I'm holding you up. Come on, we just gonna walk the rest of the way, and when I get in the crib, I'm gonna throw my stuff up. Cause we almost there anyway. Probably like a few blocks down. I wasn't prepared for the weather, that's all. I didn't know it was gonna rain. You sure you don't want that ass bust? Crazy, bro. If I take this hoodie off, you trying to hold it? Damn, Balenciaga's getting so cold.
What up, flowers?
Where you about to go though? Well, like I said, I'm about to get dressed there. If you still up, I'm gonna holler at you, right? I'm gonna holler at you.
I'm so sorry, bitch, but I'm trying to take this hoodie off. You trying to hold it? That's literally me, bitch. Like flashbacks to being a fat bitch. Wearing a hoodie in the winter, excuse me, in the summer, just looking crazy, just out here, just hoping somebody will hold my shit. Sidebar, I've been shouting out Dr. Amani, babe, babe. It's not a game. It's not a fucking game, bitch. And here's the thing: people don't have to be narcissists to be giving you narcissistic energy. Okay, they don't have to be narcs to employ the energy or the spirit. Like people can, I truly believe, rehabilitate in ways, but I think it's an ongoing thing because it's a characteristic, it's a trait, you know? So get into Dr. Ramani. She is not playing with people. Like she's really giving a lot. Hey, thank you. Thank you for enjoying me. But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there. Also, again, in the spirit of keeping things like slightly like more silly and fun in the beginning, because there's so many things to watch, honestly. I do want to just play a hymnal, just a little gospel. It's important to me to again play some uplifting music so that we can really get into what we need to get into. All right. So I'm going to play. I'm trying to. Here's the thing, when it comes to baby mother, I don't give a fuck about the goddamn videos. I do, but like I'm here for motherland, man, and I feel like I'm gonna play Roaches Don't Die. All right. Anyways, good
We could
morning.
all be home for the holidays. Not really. Celebrate like
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for the ads. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Got my titties out. I was see shot. I had to cry. And he's still a mess. Wait for the universe to smoke you. Fuck it. You really lucky. Your aura yucky. Disgusting and she can't be trusted. Locals treat me funny. But all that weird shit. Your little outfit. Maybe catch another win. It's too late for you. I pray for you. And shit to die about. Just know I slept the hardest. Say what matters, not the same. You looking like a lady. Got a Glock. I love Britney so much. I'm singing with the roaches. Yes, yes. This is the gospel for the children. Honestly, the whole album, Motherland. If you've not, the album looks like this. It got a pregnant belly with some. I don't know the nails for real. Oh, it was a roach in your food. No, stop trying to eat everything. The roach in your food at City Cafe.
You say that City Cafe? Yes,
I'm sorry, this part always kills me. There was a roach in your food. Is it a cafe? Anyways, but yeah, like I said, energy, good vibes, gratefulness. That's what I'm trying to give. Cause bitch, honestly, I had a pretty good night. I slept good, doing well, feeling great. I'm trying to see who I'm sub to and like what the tea is. Oh, Quadira's back, bitch. Exciting, exciting. I'm gonna have to check on that and come back to y'all with that. I'm gonna check on that and come back to y'all and let y'all know what's going on with that. Oh, yikes. Damn. Well, yeah. I'm like, wow, I forgot about y'all. I forgot about some of y'all. But yeah, I'm mostly, honestly, at this point, I'm like heavy on Maria Davids, heavy on Melanie. Um, there was a person named Char Henley that used to come through and she was bomb. But she just popped out and said that her fucking whole channel got demonetized on some fucking misogyny shit, which is real distressing. Honestly, there's some videos that like I don't want to like really show you, but I want to just like tell you about. Actually, let me just keep the energy up. Cause this video I actually found last night and I hope I can remember it. But it was giving some pretty good advice. And I feel like it's very much like where I'm at when it comes to like communicating. Like I'm really trying to figure out how to master when to be sharp and when to be soft. And replying with people because I feel like it's hard to know all the time. And I also feel like I'm trying to like remember that not everybody is like necessarily saying, like, I feel like I don't know why people are saying what they're saying. So all I have to do is I should be asking, but I know that some people take asking about intentions like negatively. I'm hoping I can find it. It was a creator of color. They were like an Asian person. And I'm really hoping I can find it because it was really bomb. Yes! Wait, no, not that. This one. I'm not gonna play the whole one. Oh my god. Yo, I gotta find a way to fucking pause the fucking audio. Jesus, I'm so sorry, you guys. I am so sorry. I feel like I feel like can I turn off the TV and still do this? I don't think so. Damn. Okay, just turn down your volume for like 1 second because clearly we're having issues today with the ads and being able to mute. My bad. So I can't mute this, but oh, amazing. Amazing. Okay, so I can turn off the TV and it'll still go. Amazing.
Showing you guys how to be sharp and soft, how to be both, how it's okay to be both. Here's an example. I don't want that. That's not really my preference. So I was thinking, let me finish. Yeah, that's a good idea too. To finish my thought, you decide. Why don't you decide? And the reason why sometimes we judge ourselves or others being too sharp or soft, it's not because being sharp or soft is wrong or bad. It's because we go off balance. It's always when we're off balance. And when do we go off balance is when we have either superiority syndrome or inferiority syndrome. What is inferiority syndrome? People pleasing. People pleasing, that's it. People pleasing, and how do we define people pleasing? People pleasing because of fears and anxiety. Fears, anxiety, and insecurities when we're interacting with people. Whether the fears, anxieties, and insecurities can be coming from ourselves or it can be coming from them. It's still coming from ourselves when it's coming from them. We're all connected, but it could be triggered by something you feel from yourself or something you're sensing from them, and then you get into this inferiority syndrome and then you people please. So for example, if we're interacting, a lot of times, at work or even in social settings, we laughter pad. Yeah, I know. Yo, isn't that so annoying and tiring? Like, we don't need to do that. We use laughter padding so that the way that we're expressing, even when we're uncomfortable, we can kind of float through it, even though it's actually very draining to be laughter padding, or we're just talking a lot more, or we're over agreeing with someone. Yeah, I know. Or we're lying to get out of something. Oh no, I can't today because I got so many things and stuff, and no, I can't. Whereas you can just be a bitch, no, I gotta go home and I just want to rest. But yeah. Superiority syndrome. You're looking freaking down at people. You're sharp and you're aggressive. You're sharp and you think you're right and everyone else is wrong. And superiority syndrome is the thing, but sometimes it's not. You might not even consciously know that you're trying to be superior. It's more of a reactive response, because a lot of times when we're not honed, we're not balanced, the sharpness comes out because we're triggered. So much of this really is just your overall energy. And what is our overall energy? It's a mix of all these subtle, nuanced things about us in the way that we express. Our facial expressions, our body language, our tone, our pitch, our pace, our intention, how we are thinking and feeling on the inside. It's so much of everything, but it's really not about memorizing each aspect. That's going to be very challenging, and you're not going to be able to flow with that energy, and it's not going to come out naturally. It's about embodying that energy in full, and the best way to do it is just to intend, breathe, and then go with it. Yes. And once you're able to intend, breathe, and go with it, everything I just mentioned, facial expressions, body language, tone, pitch, all of that will come naturally. Okay, so with soft, number one is be intentional. Soft and sharp both, but number one is always be intentional. If I'm just going to a party, I want to just practice slowing down, because normally maybe I'm more anxious and I tend to talk really fast. So today, and when I talk really fast, I might be too sharp sometimes. So today, in this party, my intention is to talk slower, be present, while still sharing exactly what I want to share. Keep it balanced. Number two, breathe. Breathing, so underrated and saves us from so many things. Breathe before you enter the interaction, breathe during it. Breathe when you get triggered.
I'm not gonna give you the whole video. I just wanted to share that, like, this was a video that I felt like was giving me something. It's called How to Be Sharp and Soft Socially. New Views with Ariel New. And so, yeah, definitely get into that one if you're interested. I also have to shout out I Understood, because she actually has a new video out, but I have not listened to any new videos because honestly, this video has been like feeding me for weeks, and I've shared it before, but you never know who's gonna be popping in, who's gonna catch something that was already shared. But this video honestly makes me cry every time I watch it. And again, it's a 46-minute long video. I've probably watched maybe majority of it, but I've not finished it because I cannot get
Context
through
of
it. It's
you
just
as nature.
it feels like one of the, like, this is gonna sound wild, but when I listen to her, I feel like I'm poring over like ancient texts. I feel like I'm in a fucking lost library that's like someone's taking care of it, but I don't know who. But all of the works inside of this library are from her and other folks that are just like sharing these amazing things. And like it doesn't matter like how long the video is, like there's parts from the beginning that I'm like rewind, 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 because just hearing it is just delicious. So this is my favorite video from this creator. I have not watched all their videos. I actually found them on TikTok. They have a lot of TikTok videos, and if you're a short form video watcher, definitely consume her on TikTok because I feel like her on TikTok is delicious. But this YouTube video, as I said, it feels like a giant slice of very rich cake. And you're eating it, but you're noticing, like, I don't have any milk. I don't have, like, I can't possibly eat this whole thing. Like, it's just so delicious. I'm going to share the beginning with you because, again, I feel like in the very beginning, there's so many gems. So it's very easy to not finish it, but I do hope somebody does finish it because, you know, it's amazing. But 46 minutes fully through, my ADHD could never. But the things that I've grasped from it already, delish.
You're in the context of you as nature, your inconsistency makes so much sense. It is only in the context of you as machine that your inconsistency is seen as deficient. Hello, sunshine, and welcome back to Paradigm Shift with I Understood, a place where we reframe what is and reimagine what could be. I hope you enjoy today's episode. Let's paradigm shift together. Nothing in nature is perfectly consistent. And so, my darling, since you are nature, why would you be? Why on earth, if a fruit tree couldn't produce a fruit on demand every single Monday, if the sunset doesn't rise at the same time every single day, if the ocean ebbs and flows in inconsistent ways,
Yes,
if the weather
she's
patterns are
amazing.
completely unpredictable, why would you be any otherwise? The reason I believe that we are living in the colonizer's imagination is that every facet of our existence, beauty, knowledge, education, personhood, community, has embedded in it, in our world today, the colonizer's view of that construct. We are living in a reality that has been constructed for us and passed down, and the people who have the power to shape reality, to protect reality, to maintain reality, and to create new realities are often deeply aligned to that same colonial imagination. And one of the most intimate separations that happens is the separation between us and ourselves, the alienation from the Marxist lens. And I'm going to do another episode on this, so let's stick on this topic today. This idea that your sense of who you are is not purely yours because it's mediated by society's view of how you should interpret your own actions. One of the many ways this manifests is in your expectation of yourself to act and behave like a machine. What are the characteristics of a machine? Well, it's consistent, it's predictable, it's efficient, it's productive, it's soulless, it's emotionless, it's colorless, it's flavorless. So your inconsistency only doesn't make sense in the context of you as machine. Listen to that again. Your being inconsistent only doesn't make sense if we view you as a machine. Then why are you being inconsistent? You're a machine. Produce the thing every Monday. Wake up every day at 6 a.m. Do the routine. You're a machine. But your inconsistency makes perfect sense in the context of you as nature, of you as part of this cosmic wildness and wilderness and divinity and chaos and also magic that we are living in and that we are part of, and that is so much a part of us and who we are. Okay, so because we live in that colonial imagination of the self, we have been made to see ourselves and to treat ourselves as though we are machines. So when we set our goals, we're treating ourselves as machines, and then when we fail to reach those goals because maybe they were unattainable, maybe they were too rigid, maybe they were treating a human being who is a part of nature as though they were something static and controllable and something that is not going to change its mind or not going to face chaos or emotions or fear or other people they need to think about or other concerns that may come out. Someone who is living an emotional life which necessarily involves unpredictability. And then what happens? We are so hard on ourselves. And let me take it from the general to the specific, me. Every single week of this year, it's now August, I have set goals for myself, content-wise, that I have failed to reach. I've said I'm going to post, let's say, 3 videos on TikTok per day. Has that happened for more than literally 2 days? No. I've said I was going to post 3 Substack newsletters a week. Have I even posted 1 a week consistently for very long? No. I've said I was going to post 1 podcast episode per week. Sometimes I've said I'm going to make 1 a day. Has that happened? No. And in the face of this, in the face of letting ourselves down, letting our goals down, we have a couple of options. Some of them, they don't want us to see. Either we can go the traditional route of being like, I'm wrong for doing this and I need to change and I need to be more motivated and I need to go on YouTube and watch all of the people talking about their morning routines, telling me that it's all my fault, okay? Or we always have another option. Please let me illuminate this option for you. You always have the option to tap into the natural intelligence and wisdom of your behavior. You always have the option to ask yourself how your behavior makes sense in the context of the environment and society you're living in the context of your own life, your own background, the things that you've survived and had to protect yourself from and have had to heal from and continue to be healing from, and in the context of your other responsibilities that you hold in your life. What if the things you do actually make sense? But the intelligence that those actions cohere to is a bigger intelligence and a natural intelligence that they don't want you to know you have. Because you are part of the universe. If you watch a tree happening, it's happening. It's on a cosmic timing. It's on a cosmic, there's a cosmic alignment. And that cosmic alignment that the stars have, that the clouds have, that the moon has, you have. And I say this all the time, but if an alien looked down on Earth, they would not see these people called humans and everything else. They would see one collective planet. There'd be butterflies, and there'd be rainbows, and there'd be thunder, and there'd be lightning, and there'd be humans, and there'd be lions. But they would not be the human who has to be mechanized and structured, and then the river which can flow as it wants to flow. It would just be nature. It would just be the earth. So, when you are failing, let's say failing to show up consistently for something, it's not always the case that you just need to try harder to show up consistently. It's also the case that there is a wisdom and a natural intelligence to inconsistency. And that brings us to the topic of today's conversation, that nothing in nature is perfectly consistent. And
I'm gonna leave you on there, okay? I'm not trying to give up all of her content because it's really worth your time. Their name is Ayanda Stood, and this is the 20th video that she's made on this channel. So, personally, I find it bizarre sometimes, like, how amazing people can be and how, like, they'll have, like, I'm not saying not enough followers, but not enough for me. Because I'm just like, you're brilliant. But I think that's unfortunately the algorithm. This next person, I do not know if they have a YouTube, but I'm pretty sure someone's made compilations. This person is mostly on TikTok. But they're really amazing. Oh damn. I didn't know they were getting dragged. That's funny. Not funny that they're getting dragged, but like leave them alone. Like they'll drag the
The
shit out of
fact that
you.
the Bible has been altered and changed.
Oh yeah, she has a lot of good content on like Christianity and spirituality, but I like the funny videos too. I like all of her content, but oh, a lot of people steal her content though, so it's like kind of hard to find shit, which makes me sad. But I'll watch this and see what's up.
Honest friend, because some of y'all don't have one, but you need one. Listen to me carefully. Yesterday's acceptance is not today's forgiveness, nor is that the motherfucking goal. Because, baby, forgiveness has never been a resolution to a problem. It's a mindset you choose to hold. And I choose the mindset that prioritizes my peace by firmly standing on the boundary of fuck you. Because I don't have to forgive you to actively recognize that I am no longer holding space and capacity for that situation that happened between us. But it is still, always and forever, fuck you. That is it, that is all.
I just love her. Like she is honestly so fucking comedy.
Former Christian and the pastor's daughter turned spiritual consultant and religious deconstruction advocate, I am not here to challenge the beliefs of anybody. I'm simply here to tell y'all why the shit never made sense to me. I could never understand how we spent so much time in church Sunday after Sunday, Wednesday after Wednesday, service after service, dissecting and condemning our egos while completely ignoring God's. Hear me out. God is supposed to be a perfect being. What would be the point in a perfect being creating imperfection? Because a perfect being is not going to create imperfection on accident, otherwise they are not perfect. Meaning they had to create as a perfect being imperfection on purpose. And some of the scholars I've had this conversation with have said maybe God wanted to study imperfection. The fuck would God need to study imperfection for if he's perfect and all-knowing? If you were all-knowing, you would know what imperfection is without ever having to create it. You wouldn't even need to experience it, which leads us down the same pathway of how did he create a whole bunch of angels and not know that they were going to rebel against him in his own house? He did. And then he continued to create them anyways, waited until they, the former Christian and the pastor's daughter turned spiritual.
My bad, y'all, because I don't know if I can find the part two. I think this might be it.
Well,
Okay.
a Christian God has an ego. And remember, your cognitive dissonance will deactivate your critical thinking when you're triggered. So I'm not offending you. You're just upset. And as always, I am not challenging your beliefs. I'm simply stating why the shit never made sense to me. Let's talk about free will. You have not been given free will. You have been given an ultimatum. Either you serve me or you spend eternity in suffering. Yes, you got a choice, but you better choose wisely. So if you have free will, then God can't be all-knowing. Because if he was all-knowing, that means he knew you before he made you, as the Bible said. Which means you knew the choices that I was going to make before I make them. Yet you chose to make me anyways, which means you chose to make me and the choices that I was going to make, because they're attached to me. They are not separate from me. And all those saying that he gave us free will so we would have a choice to choose and prove that we love him. Why does he need proof that we love him when he is supposed to be love? Sounds more like he created us so we could love him. Why the Christian God has an ego.
Girl, listen. She be just deconstructing, babe. She just be giving. So I'm obsessed with her. Look her up. Jasmine's Garden 23. Really amazing. We love her. This next person that I watch, I really love their content, but my God, some of the stories are kind of triggering. I just want to put that out there right now. Some of these stories are fucking out of control. I'm gonna try to find one that's not that bad. Her book is fatphobic. I do want to put that out there right now. She got a book called Ashy Men Will Make You Fat. And I'm just like, sweetie, we could have named it something different, but you know, listen, I'm gonna let her live. I'm just saying though, it's very fatphobic and out of control. Let me see. But yeah, no, she be literally telling these stories or sharing stories from people, and it's just kind of like, damn, this shit is fucking depressing.
There was a social
This is a giant eyesore.
All you have to do is point.
There was a social experiment done in the UK where boys and girls were living separately. The boys were sequestered, the girls were sequestered for 5 days unsupervised. And the point of this social experiment was to talk about how boys and girls were socialized, because it is a known saying that girls are raised differently than boys. Like, boys get to just kind of do what they want, and girls are socialized to be caretakers. So this was what this experiment was about. This quote says, well, obviously all kids should be raised the same way. That is obvious, but it does not happen. So this is the boys section. The boys basically just devolved. One of the boys said, we never expected it to be like this. I'm really upset that we trashed it so badly. Immediately they start trashing the place. Their diet consists of sugar. And something about this experiment, they were taught some lessons on how to cook for themselves and how to live before they were just left in this house. They are still just eating sugar, and they are still just being aggressive and jacking up the house. You can see that they are still just tearing up the house, not cleaning up. This is just ongoing, what they've done for the duration of the time that they're there.
My God.
And by the time that they ended this experiment, the house that the boys lived in was completely trashed. Now to the girls. The girls' house was completely different. And keep in mind, these are the same age range. They started out with baking. The girls did create a meal. You can see that they are eating as a house. They also delegated and had responsibilities for each girl. Obviously, when you cook and when you're kids, you make messes, but they organized and they still cleaned up after themselves. This is where they were delegating, and they had a chart set up for who was going to do what.
Wow.
And everybody was basically joining in and making this a team effort. The differences between the girls' home and the boys' home is pretty like metaphorical for what we see today. And the reason why this is important is because this shows that boys and girls need to both be socialized into doing things that help the household. Cooking, cleaning, those are all skills that you need to live just a human life. But it's typically the girls that are socialized to do the cooking and cleaning, and the boys are typically allowed to do whatever. Now, this is obviously just one experiment, but in talking to women, this is how the men act as adults. So,
just so y'all can see the screen name.
Share. Let's discuss.
She's on TikTok. She's on YouTube. I really love her content because, again, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, please stop. Please stop. Free us. I really like her content because, for the most part, she posts things that are just like, God damn, like, life is crazy. I understood AYANDASTOOD. Oh, she right here. I love it. Look, there goes my girl. I understood.
Some examples of how this inconsistency is constitutive or is fundamental to the way that nature works. And I invite you to see yourself as nature.
Yes, I'm obsessed with Dr. Amani. She is amazing. Honestly, Dr. Amani was helping me, like, just figure out what the fuck is going on with that lady upstairs, honestly. You're super welcome, Elle. Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking questions. Thank y'all for watching these videos with me. I'm going to show y'all a few more. This is a creator that was doing super well on the platform and then got demonetized because a bunch of men were very upset about her content, which is unfortunate because her content was mostly about women, but I feel like that's what's been happening to a lot of people. Yeah, she is everything. I agree. She finally broke silence about why she left, but I watched that video. I would suggest you watch it too if you care, but like there's a lot of people in the comments saying that they want to create a woman run platform, and between me and you, I feel like women run platform sounds good, but I want to like also hold that like that could be a space for TERFs. And like if you don't know what a TERF is someone who believes that like women, like that there's a difference between women who are cis and women who are trans. And like unfortunately there's like a lot of times where I want to be like with women and I want to be on their side, but then I'm like, oh, y'all hate trans people, oh, you hate bisexual men. So it's like between me and you, I love the idea of a woman created platform, but like we have to hold space that like that would not necessarily mean it's a safer space. And I feel like that's a convo for another day. But I just wanted to put that out there that like we can think, like the oppressed can think of an idea and still miss the mark because we're not being inclusive. Because unfortunately sometimes we think about other people. Okay, so I just, oh, this video is long as hell, no shade. Well, it's 9 minutes, but I'm not gonna do a 9-minute video. With that being said, a lot of her videos are about being child free. She posts a lot of things about being child free. A lot of videos about dating older men and things of that nature. So, I like her content because I do think that some of these femmes are saying the quiet part out loud, like are being like super candid about like their experiences and what they've gone through. Oh damn, my girly. I wonder if someone did a lip gloss compilation. Oh yeah, For Harriet is really great. I feel like her content's got like way more like spicy recently. Like I just feel like there was like a before and a now, like if that makes sense. And I hope that's not giving like, I hope I'm not giving shade. I'm just trying to say that like she definitely was giving more like, you know, I just want to say more scholarly, and now I feel like she's definitely giving like way more like I don't know, she's dressing up a lot more, and like I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying. But I wonder if anybody did a compilation for my girly lip gloss. Ah, she still exists. Oh my god. Honestly, I'm obsessed with her. She is one of the most funniest people, most amazing people. I love her. And she just like, I don't know. I feel like she says a lot of things that I really appreciate. And yeah, so unfortunately she left. She left the platform. I feel like from what I saw, people were very upset about things she was saying about anti-blackness she experienced as a deep dark-skinned woman. And honestly, like, it's really frustrating because, like, again, her content is so fucking funny. And I don't know, like, I guess like she's under the name Sasha now, which is awesome. But she was lip gloss with like mad S's for a minute. But I'm still grateful to see that she exists in some capacity out here. Cause again, she's really fucking funny. She makes me laugh so much. Yes. Damn, not the phone fell on my toe like that. Damn. Whoa, my toe. Yo, that shit hit my toe crazy. Wow. Okay, I'm trying to get back to life, but my toe is still hurting. Wow, I'm so sorry. I didn't expect that. Wow, gently punch. Okay. Okay, so my friend Royal showed me this. I don't even know if I want to show it to you. It's like, it's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm going to show it to you though. Like, it's weird, but it made me laugh. But I was just like, I feel like I'm sorry in advance because I felt like I was on drugs. Like, I felt like I was on, well, I am, but like different though. Different. I don't know. I just found out about this creator, so I don't know anything about them. But as I said, Royal put me on. And it's so random. Okay. Here we are.
Good morning, sweetie. You ready for Mama to chaperone you on your first school field trip?
Fuck! We're 4 hours late for this goddamn bullshit! Samantha, wake up! We're leaving in negative 6 minutes! Wake up your fucking sister! Hurry up! We're losing time! Where the hell is my rash ointment? Fuck it, Mama's gonna be in. I'm gonna need your leaving in 3 seconds! The shower's gonna have to be PTA! Pits, hits! I need come! Let's go! No time for Caillou! No time for seatbelt! Hold on! Mama's gonna gas this thing! Get ready to go through time!
Can I get an ice cream when we get there?
Dad, what are you doing here?
I've been locked in here since last Friday.
Yeah, that's great. Look, there's that hippie fuck I was telling you about. Hello, welcome to the park. Thank you for bringing your fucking kids. All right, we're here! What? All right, Timmy, go play with your friend. Don't touch me. Go play with your friend.
I'm still here.
Fuck. Good morning, Donna. You look very mature today.
Well, hi, Kathy. Look at you, out of the house by noon.
I'm out here having a dandy picnic with my roommate, Donna.
We need more Coke.
We packed Pepsi. We're out here trying to celebrate her breakthrough role as a butt pimple commercial spokesperson.
Hemorrhoids used to control my life, but thanks to Anusol, I've turned my hemorrhoids into hope. Now
Again, I'm gonna stop it here. If you personally feel like you want to watch more, you go right on ahead. But we were just hanging out together, me and my friend, and we were just sharing videos, and she had put this into my life, on my spirit. She put this on my heart. And I would just be real with you. I couldn't believe what was happening. I didn't know what was coming next. It was just a lot. But yeah, this video and this creator, oh my gosh, shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let this commercial happen to us quietly. A little quiet time. But yeah, this creator, I used to not really like her because I used to be like, girl, give these people credit for their content. But now I'm like, you know what? I still like the content. I'm gonna just shut up. But I still think she needs to give credit.
We can all
No,
be home.
bitch,
for the
what?
holidays.
Bitch, they tricked
Not-
me.
Celebrate like only the Jeep brand can.
I'm so
With everything you
sorry.
could ever wish for, including Jeep Grand.
Now we had to skip.
My legacy.
Anyways, but okay, fuck the intro. I'm not here for the intro. We're just gonna jump on in, babe. We're gonna just jump on in. But I really love this conversation about child-free women and men talking about their legacies and shit. This shit was just like, thank you. Cause I'm not gonna say I'm child-free. I feel like I personally will probably never have a child. But I feel like the concept of child-free that I'm noticing is like people who are like really happy to like not have to factor a child into their life. And like on one hand, I'm super understanding of that. That is not real. Like that like is not real, you know, for some people. But I feel like my stance has kind of changed. Like I feel like after living with a person with a child, I'm like honestly, I would not be against like co-parenting with someone, but even me saying that probably sounds crazy as fuck because I like didn't even co-parent. I was just like being helpful. Like I'll never know like the full weight probably. And so with that being said, I'm open, but I don't think I'll ever personally give birth. I feel like I'm birth free, but I don't know that I'll never like have like a child in my life. Like I don't feel like that's how I'm thinking. But for the people that are child free, this is no shade. Like this is just me trying to like hold space for myself because I've been on that child free shit for a minute, but it's like I don't really care. Like I feel like I'm at a point now where it's like I feel like when you're in your 20s and shit, your late teens, I can understand being like I don't want to be a parent, I don't want to do any parenting. I can get that, but I think that like the older you get and maybe the more you are interacting with children in a particular way, you may be open, but I wasn't always. Like I would definitely swipe on people with kids, like absolutely. Like up until recently I was like, you know. Again, I feel like, you know, people are always evolving, but I do love to see the young girls, like, putting their foot down and being like, yeah, no, especially this girl, Amani. People really don't like Amani, I'm noticing, which is really frustrating because I feel like she's that girl. Like, she's really that girl. And so seeing people make it seem like she's being too harsh or whatever the fuck, it's like, honestly, like, I always, like, take a pause when someone tells me that a black woman or a woman of color is being like too harsh or being or just like doing too much, because I'm like, I don't think that's possible. Like, I don't feel like the world we live in is really allowing that, bitch. So I just feel like let's hold space for whatever sis got to say. Because, like just because we haven't heard someone pop out like this before, I feel like a lot of people will be scared. And I was saying, like, yesterday, like, some people just aren't where other people are at, and they'll be worried for you, they'll be scared for you, and they'll be projecting on you. Meanwhile, you know exactly what the fuck you're trying to say. And I just feel like with Amani, the girl who's speaking, not the person who's taking the content, but the girl in this video that's in the main screen, she literally speaks with such conviction that I do think it bothers some people. And granted, I'm not even gonna say it doesn't like scare me sometimes when I see the young girls like say certain stuff, because and I'm not worried for them. I'm worried for like just the jealousy of men. Like, I'm not worried about them saying too much. I'm worried about I'm worried about the men that would interpret it as a challenge to humble them, because I see that shit all the time and it's disgusting. I'm gonna go though.
I personally, I love the sister response to their question, okay? So let's check out this video, then we'll come back and tell, because this is... Let's check it out.
So you have kids?
I'm not having kids.
What you mean you have kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born there to do.
No, I'm not.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would I?
Well, I'm asking you.
Why don't I want to have kids? I don't see any benefit.
For giving somebody life?
You have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Oh, you selfish.
That's okay.
I just don't understand how you don't want your legacy to be carried on, bro. Like,
my legacy is me. My legacy is not my kids. My legacy is me. My legacy is my show. My legacy is Amani. My legacy is not my kids, because average people will be like, oh, I want a legacy, but you're average. You live like a peasant. So what is your legacy? Let's say that you are above average. You're a millionaire. You're brilliant. You made all these contributions to society. Your kid could come out to be a school, and that's the legacy. That's your legacy. I don't think that legacies, people even really know what they mean, because your legacy starts with you. And if you don't have a legacy in your name, your kids ain't got put your legacy. People think that a legacy is just having kids. No, your legacy is what you set your kids up for. And a lot of people don't got two drunk together but want to have kids and a legacy. What legacy do you have? A legacy of debt? You are an everyday average citizen, sir.
So you could, that's so.
No, actually, it's selfish to have kids because you think that you're so great that you're going to pass on something great to your kids, to the world. You're not that great.
Please go down in the comment section and let us know what you think about this conversation you just saw. Now let us know what you think about this. But I really like the sister's response to this. This video is going to be a two-part, so we're going to hear women's response to this, because
yes, Princess Jasmine.
That we're getting, I want the men one separately. So this video,
no, like Destiny's compilations are cute, but Amani, the person who was talking to that guy, she has so much to offer. But bitch, the only reason why I still kind of like give an asterisk on Destiny's content is because she will be including people's responses that, in my opinion, are just misogynist. Like, she'll be including people in the rebuttal, and I'm like, they don't really need to be here. They could choke. But anyways.
She wants.
going childfree.
When do you think you have kids?
I'm not having kids.
What you mean, kids?
I'm not having
I
kids.
see nothing wrong with what she's saying. She knows what she wants. She knows she doesn't want to be a mother. Respect it. Why do y'all shove children down people's throats? Kids are expensive. Inflation. So many breakups. I know so many women who have gotten pregnant and their partners cheat on them or their partners leave them. Look how many women are out here single with children and no help from the father. And it's not all women that, oh my gosh, she deserved this, she wanted it. Who wants to be single with no father? Stop, you guys. Like, really, really make that make sense. There's women out here who scream they want to be mothers. Get with those chicks instead of shoving it down these type of women's throats. She doesn't want kids. Cool. More power to her. I respect any woman who doesn't want kids, especially in this generation. I don't blame anybody who doesn't want kids anymore. I don't blame anybody who doesn't want marriage. The way this society is becoming, it's so toxic. I don't blame any of y'all.
My legacy is me. My legacy is not my...
So Amani is on a podcast called One Thing About It. So you would have to go there to like see her fight with this man, and I'm tired. Sidebar though, I lowest of keys when I watch this video about Offset and Cardi. I feel bad, but like between me and you, like I've never been Team Cardi. I don't know her. I don't know her. But it is unfortunate to see what's happening with her and Offset. However, I am so happy that she's free. I know people saying it's not real. That's fine. But what she's already done was more than she's done in the past. Like the way that she's been talking her shit. I appreciate it. And if it turns out to be an album is rolling out, okay. I don't care. I'm just saying, like, I'm happy that she's free from him because honestly, that's so sad. Wait. Christian
Someone tell
BBL.
me what a Christian BBL is.
What? Wait.
Hey, beautiful people, how you doing?
I'm so sorry. I just want to know what a Christian BBL is. Don't judge me, you guys. Don't judge me. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to miss it. I don't know. My ADHD ain't going to let me. It's not going to let me remember it. Not a Christian
Who
BBL?
works full time.
Oh
I
my
want to be an example to show them.
Okay.
Bodies, like, don't do anything to yourself, don't get veneers, don't do this one, don't do that one. I understand. I'm not personally that person. Like, I'm here for anything that makes you look better, feel better, have more confidence, and just enjoy your life. I also get that there are people that look up to me for certain things. I hope there's other things you can find to look up, but if it's that, I should have big back and wide waist. Hold on. That's not what I want you to look up to me for. And whatever choices I make in my life, I beg, have your disappointments and make a decision. Do you love me, yes or no? Genuinely, all jokes aside, I can tell that even some of you that were like disappointed, like, why did she have to do this? I hate that she did this. You're still here to support. And honestly, that means a lot to me. I'm being true to myself, and that's not easy, so it feels good. It feels good when I make.
That's what you say, like.
Wait, they're mad that this Christian person got a BBL. LOL.
Think about that. So let's get your people's thoughts.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
the girl who
nosy.
went and got a Christian BBL, let me tell you this. You're just a vain woman. That's all. You're just vain. Vanity has filled your heart. That's all. God didn't tell you anything. You didn't hear anything from God. You didn't even ask God before you did that. You went and spent your money on that. God will never tell you to alter your body. God will never tell you. God is a...
Yo, the Christian girlies. What a time to be alive. I am shook. Ooh, sidebar. This one. I'm not going to play the whole thing for you, but How the Body Keeps a Score. This was kind of slightly in relation to the book. Body Keeps a Score. If you've gone through trauma, significant trauma, chronic trauma, CPTSD, childhood trauma, whatever the case may be, like, look into that book because our bodies be holding on to trauma longer than sometimes our memory. And so some shit is just stored in our bodies, and it's important to read about it. But I feel like there's always free audiobooks on YouTube, so don't feel like you gotta download a book or buy a book. But it's worth your time. Just want to put that out there. I'm about to see if my watch later comes up, because... Oh, bitch, yes. Alice Coltrane? This album, though. This album. It's going to play a little bit for you. I'm not going to give it to you all, but just know. Alice, that's a bad bitch. Babe, I was caught up on this. Narcissist shit. Honestly, hardcore. Oh my God, bitch. This video was so annoying because, like, they were dragging this girl just for like, just living life. And they were like, oh, her wig don't look that bad. It's like, really? That's what we talking about? Her wig? Like, she talking about something. She happy. She in a good relationship. She in a good place. Who cares what her wig is doing? But yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying to me to see that shit. Let me see. I'm trying to see where my watch later is, because honestly, there were so many things that I put up in there, but watch these hoes. Watch these hoes hide my shit. Like, everything but what I'm asking for. No, girl. Ooh. Wouldn't it be under playlists? Maybe not. Yeah. No. No, Ryan Reynolds, get away from me, bitch. Ooh. Ooh. My God. Yo, this series, and I need to drink water so bad. Fuck. But there's a series called Analyzing Evil, and I'm obsessed. If you're a horror movie person, you may appreciate this. I feel like it just kind of gives you a little extra on whatever bad person that you really appreciate in whatever film or movie. I just feel like there's so many layers to the evil that they go deep into. I want to say that he did one for Ma. Damn, bitch, this one, Precious Mama, Mary from Precious. Oh, fuck. That one was like, that one hit. Pumpkin! Psst, psst, psst. Pumpkin! Pumpkin is not used to this. Pumpkin is like, where are the white people? Hey, Pumpkin. Hello, big baby. This is a giant, fat, beautiful cat, and I love. Okay, library has my watch later, bitch. Oh damn, bitch. They're taking me all the way to the back. They took me to the back, bitch. They took me to the bottom. They took me to the oldest watch laters. Not women and men drag Tyler Perry for 22 minutes. Bitch, yeah. I had to save that one for later. I'm crying at my save for later. Oh my God. Bitch, I'm crying, bitch. Ah! Oh my God. I knew I had some stuff. I knew I had some royalties back up in here. Bitch. I'm crying that you can't see the other half of the screen because some of them, yo, there's some videos. Okay, there's some videos I have in my watch later that I'm like, bro, I totally forgot about that. But there was this one video about like white passings, like running away. Like I didn't watch that obviously, but I'm trying to. The Absolutely Not podcast, I'm behind, but I'm hoping to get back in. Also, just babes. There's just so many things that I forgot about. Oh my God, Fab Socialism has like a show with this other person. I do not know who they are, but Fab Socialism is the person on the left. She is amazing. Please get into her content. Like, she really just be giving so much. I never really got into Euphoria, honestly, but sometimes when you don't watch a show, it's just so much more delicious to watch the shit around it, like the commentary. I don't know. Yo, there was actually this deep dive on fucking White Lotus that made me actually want to watch it. And I actually want to show part of it to you. But this person, Stefania, they're a therapist. They're really dope. I really love the way that they break down movies. They did this breakdown of the movie Encanto. If you're interested in like family dynamics being broken down by a therapist. But also that's the book that I was just telling y'all about. The Body Keeps the Score. You see how that shit just be lining up? But yeah, also there's this band called Poolside. They have like just music that's like tones. If you like good tones, it's just a bunch of good tones. Ooh, this one about female rage was really delicious. Obviously bitches are trying to grow weed. This video was wild. The autistic representation in Abbott Elementary. That one was really good. It was a great watch. Ooh, you know what? This video was really tasty. I'm gonna put this one on.
The Ninja Combi.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
For meals.
Silence. Okay, so this one is called Single Women by Choice Come All Out to talk about how happy they are. Honestly, again, I am not a hater. Rest in peace, old eyebrows. Oh my God, who is that glowworm? Who is that Cabbage Patch doll? Let me stop. But no, like, I think it's really important to listen to like young women, older women, women just period that talk shit. Oh, you watched Priscilla? Whoa. Yeah, I feel like there was a deep dive on Priscilla that fucked me up, and I was like, I don't know if I could watch the movie, but I may fuck around and find out.
Dated a man, you start seeing that, oh, I really don't need this man, I really need more, I can't settle for less. Let me go ahead and roll this clip for you because this girl is making
Thank you, babe.
so much
I appreciate
sense.
you.
So after rolling that clip, I'll come back and talk about it.
Y'all remember Darius Jackson, the content creator who got exposed for cheating on his wife like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago? I don't remember. He made a video which I unfortunately found myself agreeing with. So instead of stitching it and giving him any more attention because he truly irks me, I'm gonna just have to make a video about myself. In the video, he was saying that a lot of times when a woman is single for a long time, men or sometimes even other women will look at her like there's something wrong with her, when a lot of times that woman is just very smart. And he's 100% right. The longer that you go without a man, the clearer you start seeing things.
What kind of butt you got? Mushy, cushy, tushy butt.
Pumpkin! Oh my God. Please, commercials. Give me a break.
You can see, baby, the worse it is. But no, seriously. When you stop operating from a place of, oh, I need a relationship, I need a man, and you start really looking at these men for who they are and what they have to offer and what they can really bring to your life, the quicker you will start to realize that a lot of them are just not worth all of what we thought that they were. This is not me hating on men. This is not that. This is me defending single women. That's it. The longer that you go without a man, the less stuff that you start to tolerate and the better you are at detecting when a man is really not worth your time.
Honestly.
When your desire for partnership stops overriding your desire for genuine respect and genuine love, then you will start to see things so differently. And it is going to change you. You're going to make decisions that you probably would not have made before. And you're going to be a lot less willing to accept and settle for just anything. And the longer that you go being alone, at least in my experience, the more you enjoy being alone. And then that means when a man does come along, he's going to have to actually do something. You're going to have to make a real difference in my life, and you're going to have to make it very clear, because I am no longer just looking to be booed up just for the sake of being booed up.
Okay.
No, sir. You're going to have to come over here with something tangible.
Right. Right.
Otherwise, I can stay by myself.
Hey, beautiful.
Exactly. So again, a lot of good videos, a lot of good energy. Also, fucking Shani. I didn't listen to Shani for this week. I'm gonna see if she got something for us, cause I live. Ooh, not 6 days ago, bitch. Not we're coming on the day. But you know what's funny though? I like to watch videos like this every now and then because I already watched this video 6 days ago. Y'all already know what happened to me this week. Well, some of y'all do. Some of y'all may not. But y'all know what happened to y'all this week. So consider this like a elder from the past or an elder from the future. No, an elder from the past trying to let you know about this week, but you already had it, if that makes sense. So if she's on point with how this week went for you, let it be known. But
it's the end of the year. It's definitely time to reflect about what
Katie
worked
Blue,
this
yes,
year,
it is
what
real.
did not work, what needs to be composted, what needs to be highlighted, and what needs to be prioritized for the next go round. And we're helped out this week with this reflection process, given the fact that yes, it's time for another Mercury retrograde.
Hey y'all, if you're looking for an astrological
I can't. Everybody in the God Brothers on the planet, are they not?
Sold out last year, so act fast. Hello and welcome. This is the Astrology of the Week Ahead podcast. I'm your host, Chani Nicholas, and in this week's edition, we are talking about the week of December 11th. So we're halfway through the month almost, pretty much. By the end of this week we will be, and it's the last couple weeks of the year. I'm hoping that the world's noise starts to turn down at this time, or at least there's less busyness for us to tend to in at least one area of our life, maybe a couple. But sometimes this is also like the mad dash to the end, and there's also just too much to do. So if you're in the middle of preparing things, of purchasing things, of getting things together for whatever it is you're about to do during the last couple weeks of this year, Mercury's retrograde might mess some things up for you. However, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that the beginning of this retrograde is actually really helpful. I know that when I say that, I often regret it, but there's something here to focus on in terms of at least a little piece of good news. If this is a retrograde, and if a retrograde is a reversal, it is a retrograde, given the fact that a retrograde is a reversal, is about pausing, looking back, because it's Mercury, it's about communications, so we can think editing, rewording, reworking, reorganizing our thoughts. Then we want to look back with this retrograde and look at how much we have grown, how far we have come, just how much progress we did make. Maybe it has nothing to do with all the progress you wanted to make. Maybe you had some other preconceived notion about where you should be right now or what you shouldn't have done. But I suggest throwing all of that out the window, and at least for the beginning part of this retrograde, looking back on the year and being somewhat grateful for the opportunities that came in that encouraged your growth, encouraged your own expansion, even if it was difficult, encouraged you to stretch beyond a place that maybe you even knew you could go to, and the ways in which you were met by life with a philosophy of abundance, and how maybe you met life with a philosophy of abundance. I'm saying all this because Jupiter is in the mix here. Jupiter is the planet of abundance and prosperity, but also of goodwill, and of seeing the cup as half full, and of assuming that things are going to work out. And Jupiter and Mercury just made a trine, and they're going to make another one during Mercury's retrograde, and then they're going to make another one in January once Mercury has stationed direct. So there are some dates that are tied together here, and I'm not sure if they will jump out at you, if you'll recognize them off the bat, but they are December 7th, December 18th, and then January 19th. And these are all the times that Mercury and Jupiter make a trine with each other. It's before, during, and after the retrograde. So next week, Mercury and Jupiter will make that configuration on Monday the 18th. So there's that piece. There's also the fact that on Monday, December 11th, Mercury, as it's stationing retrograde, is in a sextile to Venus. So right now, Mercury is in between making aspects to Venus, planet of sweetness and passing love notes and saying affirmations that feel good and help us connect to other people, especially when Mercury and Venus are together. It's very much about communicating in a way that creates relationship or bonds with each other. So Mercury is stationing retrograde in between Venus and Jupiter, the two best planets that it could do that in. And it's stationing retrograde in Capricorn. Capricorn is really constructive, it is practical, and it's productive. So I do think that because Mercury is stationing retrograde in between these two helpful ditties, this helpful duo, that this is a moment, and I'm only talking about the beginning of the retrograde because it does get weird later in December and definitely in the first little bit of January, so I'll mention that in a sec. But this moment, from now until Mercury enters Sagittarius, which is on the 22nd of December. So from December 12th to December 22nd, the first 10 days of Mercury's retrograde, I think are filled with a lot of positive reviews, or the things that go wrong are for our best. We could just assume that anyways in life, like that's just a helpful assumption, maybe in most cases, maybe not every case, but maybe in a lot of cases. I'm talking about minimal things going wrong. That if things aren't working out, if things aren't working, if they're not going, if they're sticking, if they're just seeming like, maybe this isn't a good idea, pausing is gonna be so helpful. Or we're getting helped out because things aren't working out. That's my soap.
Honestly, I feel like this resonates for me so hard. I'm gonna put y'all on the charger because we're getting down there. We're getting down there. We're on like 8%, bitch. And I don't know where my other phone went. We're having a Mercury retrograde time with my phone. But nah, like this whole like assessment about the beginning of the retrograde being really helpful is really real. Like even though things didn't work out the way that I wanted them to, they're still working out in some ways. And so that's kind of where I'm at. Like I'm really not trying to do too much to fuck up the vibes. But I know that like I know tomorrow, like, there's work to do. Tuesday, there's work to do. There's just things to do. And I'm trying to just enjoy the fuck out of this fucking weekend. Enjoy my friends being in Chicago. I'm gonna make a fucking potato soup. And just try to, just not stress the fuck out too much. Because, like, being here without my friends being here, like, it's definitely been fun. But I've also been kind of, like... It just feels weird sometimes to be in people's house when, like, they're not here. What's up, Sire? But, yeah, I super appreciate y'all for kicking it with me and just, like, being chill. I did want to say something because Star Mac, you just came up in here. You left a comment on the video, and I don't know if you saw my reply, but, like, I think that, like, when I first saw the story about people who are, like, immigrants getting, like, access to, the hoodie is honestly giving. When you posted the thing about, like, undocumented people, like, coming here and, like, getting access to, like, housing and stuff, I'm not gonna lie, like, when I first saw the story, I was like, that is so wild. But then on the other hand, I was like, is it though? Because it's like, I feel like what's wild to me is that, like, there's money in some state budget to, like, make sure that, like, unhoused people who are not citizens have access to, like, hotel stays. And I feel like the thing that annoyed me was just currently at that time, like, being unhoused and just feeling like, damn, like, but with that being said, I had to hold that, like, no matter what, I wasn't getting that opportunity. And so I feel like sometimes, like, we get real fucking annoyed at somebody getting something that we were never about to get anyway. But also, them getting that wasn't, like, it's not, like, a moment, in my opinion, to, like, look down on them or, like, get annoyed with what they're getting. Because, again, like, we don't live in a real country. I want to put that out there right now. When you live in an occupied fucking, like, state, like, this wasn't, like, this is not... And like I know that some people don't want to hear that shit, but it's so true. It's like there's no way for you to be like free Palestine and not hold that like America is the same shit. A bunch of white people came here and stole from the indigenous and then continuously like did shit to undermine the indigenous people getting anything back or even having access to their shit. So what up, D? So with that being said, I feel like it's so easy for us to like be like, damn, like these folks are getting this. Why are these folks not getting that? And I hear you, but I also feel like that kind of thinking is what the colonizer wants us to do in perpetuity. Like the colonizer wants people of color to fight with other people of color so that we never fight with the colonizer. Like they want us to be like, damn, why are people getting this or that and they're not from here when baby we're not from here neither. The fuck? And that's why we're not getting the shit. Like I feel like that's the thing. Like the colonial project unfolding the way it did means that forever anybody black will be trying to figure out why they're not getting X, Y, or Z. Literally whiteness is predicated on anti-blackness. Like literally whiteness will continuously lift up others over black people every time. Every time. And I just feel like that's another way to like have black folks like be in bad faith with people who are non-black. Because if you're seeing fucking Asian folk getting taken seriously, getting bills written, talking about stop Asian hate, like when you see Latin people from Mexico crossing borders and like being able to get housing seemingly immediately and a certain standard of housing, like it's going to make folks, rightfully so, be like, why the fuck, how the fuck? Meanwhile, it's everyone deserves access. But I know that people don't want to hear everyone deserves access when you're not getting it. Like I'm not trying to be whack and act like I don't see how it could be hard to get to everyone deserves this standard when you're seeing other people get the standard. So that's all I'm trying to offer is like I understand where somebody black is coming from when they're like, how come like this group is getting these things. It's so that black folks hate them and white folks have a way to speak about them that puts them down and makes them sound less than as well. So that's what I'm also trying to offer. Is like white people don't help nobody to help nobody. They are trying to get votes. They know if they help these Latins, they can appeal to their fucking internalized white supremacy. Like that, it's a whole game, babe. You get people to think that they're inferior, they'll do a lot to prove they're not. And that's why certain people of color move the way they move. Because they're trying to fight the propaganda against blackness. We see it all the time. You know, there's someone in your family right now who don't do X, Y, or Z because they think that that makes them like those black people. Meanwhile, it's all black people that are being disparaged. And so there are just times where, unfortunately, I have to say it again. Sonia Sanchez said it better than me. The master's tools are masterful. Like the way white supremacy can get black folk to look at other black folk and see a problem. It's all white supremacy and the ways in which people do or do not perform. And so these Latino folk getting bussed all around, sweetie, that's the motherfucking, that's the Republican Party in my opinion. Maybe the Democrats too, bitch, because I want to put it past them. But at the end of the day, they know they're not treating black people the right way. So they got to get some others that'll vote for some white shit that don't even fucking matter. Like, I hate to say it, but it's like they have to pump the economy full of people that will show up and vote to get their interest because their interest is still not black people. So that's just what I'm trying to offer. So it's like, I'm not going to sit up here and be like, yeah, don't help those people get housing. Absolutely not. But at the same time, we can't act like the government was ever giving that housing or those opportunities to black people. They just aren't. And there's a reason. And at this point, it's just like, babes. Like, it's down to the point where it's like, it's like, I know it seems redundant, but black folks saying that they need to have their own or they need to do for themselves, that is not 100% like accurate. I feel like there are folks that are non-black that need to be showing up for black people, period. Like white people need to be like relinquishing things. Like I feel like that's the conversation that we still are not having, is that like if you're the most marginalized, then you need allies. But You don't need fucking performative allies. However, at this point, I can understand why a lot of black folks are like, fuck everybody else. Like, I can understand that because the function of white supremacy means that everyone needs to be asking black folks how they can show up to change shit. And so we're noticing continuously black folks being under questioned, there's just a lack of curiosity, then it's like, what is the point of any of this? And I can understand, again, why people are like, fuck everything. Because, again, it's like, if things are supposed to be moving a certain way and they're not, then what are we really talking about? Like, what are we really talking about? Absolutely. And see, that's not necessarily true. Like, I feel like the idea that anyone from like a different country comes here and gets like access in a particular way without having to assimilate, like, I just feel like there's steps before you get the privilege. And I feel like what we're noticing is like the settler colonial project unfolding yet again, because it's like, if you tell me someone from outside of the country has more access to services, support, care, all types of things that like make life worth living, you're kind of telling me that I don't deserve to be alive. And that's another aspect of this, is that anti-blackness. Oh fuck, I'm trying to remember who said it. I want to say damn, I'm trying to root my what I'm about to say, but I'm dead ass blanking. I hate that I'm blanking. That's the thing about saying black folks built the country. It's not a country. It's an occupation. Black folks have been enslaved and indebted and are indebted to. Like, people are in debt to black people. But unfortunately, because we're like the Fire Nation, it's like, it's kind of distressing to say this, but no matter how much black folks did in America to help, it's still a tyrannical regime. You know what I'm saying? And so it's one of those situations where it's like, I feel like the ways that the tyrannical regime is gonna operate is always against the people that it enslaved, the people that they purported to be less. And again, like, even the idea that like folks who are immigrants are just being given like the red carpet, I feel like we have to hold that even that is based on like how black folks have operated in this country. Like, I'm not trying to take away from the sentiment, because I understand what you're trying to say, but I'm also trying to go further and just name that like there's a reason why black folks are not going to get anything, and it's not because they don't deserve. It's because this whole system was built on black people being dead. And that's what I was trying to get to. And that's what I was trying to root the work in. Because, like, it's about Afro-pessimism. It's, like, it's about the concept that, like, black people are already dead in this system. And so that's why when, like, a black child gets killed in the street, nothing really changes. Because that child was never really alive anyway. Like, they never got the opportunity to be fully alive because of the system. And so that's what I'm trying to offer. That, like, the government will continuously bring people out from outside of America into it, and will continuously show America as a white place, a white country that tolerates some light-skinned people, but very much does not want to see deep dark-skinned people. Like, the more you pay attention to who they're showing us is not... There's no legally coming to an occupied nation, babe. Like, I just feel like that's why I feel like we're having two different combos. Like, you're wanting them to like take the route to citizenship, but what I'm trying to offer is like that's not possible for them. Like, they're not supposed to become citizens. They're supposed to be used by the state to prop up whoever the fuck is able to maneuver in this way or that way. I would honestly look into whose hotels, who owns the hotels. Because, baby, like, at the end of the day, you have to follow the money in this country. Because it's not a country. It's a business deal. The whole shit. They only fight. They only shoot people and kill. They only do wars to get more. to get more shit to exploit. So that's what I'm trying to offer. Like, we're not having the same combo, and I'm not trying to be shady. I'm just saying, like, we're never going to be, like, seeing the state do the right thing, especially by black people. We're just never going to see it. And so looking at Mexican folks coming up over here and getting some aspects of, like, what we think we could deserve, I just feel like, I feel like even when we're talking about Mexican folks being immigrated or being bused to, like, hotels, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not think people realize that, like, the hotel industry has gone down. Word, I'm not trying to tell you to do the research necessarily. I'm just saying, like, I'm sure these hotels are owned by people who help write these laws to get these grants. Like, I'm sure that it's a big racket. And again, the whole point of this is to fuck with people who are not white. Because that's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for allegiance. We're fighting for the same privileges that the white people have. And I'm at a point where it's like we're never getting that. And it's not like I actually wanted it. But I'm just tired. I'm tired of it all, to be honest with you. Because it's all it's wild. It's very wild. But yeah, I'm just trying to note that, like, there's a lot of people who will just, like, see non-black people getting support and, like, will rightfully name that that's some anti-black shit. But it's not just, in my opinion, it's not because they're not from here. I feel like the reality is what you said was like, oh, they're using our tax dollars. And it's like, but baby, they use our tax dollars on so much. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, our tax dollars get used for so many things, and is it right? No. But I feel like our tax dollars being used to house some people, I can't really be mad at that. But I understand people who are. I understand people who are, for sure. I understand being frustrated as well, because again, when I first heard this shit, I was like, what? Because I remember the story being like, oh, all these Mexican people who just, like, immigrated here were staying in a hotel, and then they were brought to live in, like, shelters, and they were like, why would we go to the shelter? We're getting a hotel already. Like, if we're not getting, like, nothing, if we're not getting something better, we're not going to leave. And so they turned the buses around, and the people went back, and it was one of those moments where I was like, damn. But I feel like in this moment, after leaving the housing I was in, I just have to implore that, like, just because people have nothing, it doesn't mean that they deserve, like, anything, like, any old thing. And I know that's a hard thing to hold for some people, because some people are really, like, still holding that, like, well, I did everything right, I'm doing everything right, why am I not? And, like, yeah, maybe some people aren't doing everything right, but that doesn't mean that they deserve to suffer. Absolutely. What up, Aware BB? But as I was saying, like, there's so many times where, like, we may think, I'm doing the right thing, why am I not getting, and it's like, damn, babe, it's not about that. And honestly, if you're only doing the right thing to get something, like, maybe stop, maybe tap into your villain era, because you might actually have more fun. But I just feel like some people are really, like when they ask certain questions, they say certain things, it's like, oh damn, like, you're not really living your full life, or, like, saying all the shit you want to say, or even existing in the full way that you want to exist. But I know that not everybody gets that opportunity. So I'm not trying to be shitty. I'm just trying to offer, like, some shit is gonna happen for people, and you're maybe gonna feel like, why not me? That's human as fuck. But also, bitch, maybe that shit was not for you. Like, maybe that was really not for you. But as far as, like, getting housing, getting access, I feel like the more that I like engage with the systems, like, the more that I am seeing opportunities to be supported. And I think that, you know, obviously, like, not everybody is gonna get the same kind of support. It's really fucked up. I know some places, like, they're giving away tiny houses. Like, there's a program out here that gives you a house, and then they pay for, like, 2 years of you living in it. And again, I know it's because the house is probably full of lead. And it would help the neighborhood if somebody like lived in it and took care of it versus it just sitting there. So some of these programs really like they may seem good, like even like the concept of those people going back to the hotel that they was at. After people been living in it like it's an apartment, it's not the hotel. You know what I mean? And I feel like people hear like, oh, they're living in a hotel and they think of like a really grand experience. But as someone that's been staying at hotels, motels because of houselessness, I have to offer that like a lot of the hotels these days are not really shit. And then on top of it, if you really want a nice hotel motel experience, you have to pay money for that. If you're spending under $100 a night, it's not about to be that cute. And I feel like a free hotel to live in while you're houseless is not about to be cute. It's not about to be cute. They probably meant to say hostel. They're staying at the hostel. They probably meant to say that, not hotel, but they said they might have typoed, and people start thinking they was living real cute. But these days, hotels aren't what they used to be. Like I used to really think hotels was nice, like because I was watching TV and shit. But when you really go to a hotel, and I know some people can't even afford to even think about it. Trust me, there's hotels for a little little $49 a night. Like that's where I believe they're probably staying. They're probably not staying at like a nice ass spot. And again, even if they were, they're not getting room service. The hotel ain't hoteling. You know? Not to mention, like, hotels are literally created. Well, the concept of hotels were created for sex workers. Believe it or not. Like, sex workers are actually why you even have fucking hotels, bitch. Because these motherfuckers wanted to stay, bitch. They wanted to fuck and they wanted to stay and lay. So that's how hotels started becoming a thing. But before, it used to be a motherfucking inn. A motherfucking inn, babe. Yes. But people staying in an inn, people staying in a bed, bath, and a bed and breakfast, you know? Yes, motels. Exactly. Like, y'all be getting it. And so, I don't want anyone to think that, like, I don't see, like, the hypocrisy. I absolutely do. But it's always anti-blackness. Like, that's the thing that sucks. It's, like, a lot of times it's anti-blackness. And I'm not saying that to, like, be, like, hashtag motherfucking politically correct. But, like, as I mentioned, like, when I first read the story, I was frustrated because I was like, damn, like, why are these people getting support over other people? And it's like fucking anti-blackness, but also white people trying to make it, how do I say this? White people trying to make it seem like there's people to help, there's more important people to be helping. I feel like that's also the sentiment that I notice is like there's this idea that like these people are just so important to help. And I think, again, anti-blackness. I'm not saying here's the thing. I feel like even when we talk about people living in hotels, like, that is not a home. Like, I feel like people aren't seeing, like, how bad it is and, like, what we're comparing it to. Because, like, it's not an apartment if it's a hotel. It doesn't have the full amenities. I mean, granted, people in LA are living in apartments without stoves. So I feel like if you're living in California, you already, in my opinion, have a warped sense of, like, what should all be included in your house. Because I definitely was living in Berkeley and, like, no, I went to San Francisco. And there were 2 people living in an apartment and they did not have a stove or an oven. And they cooked an entire Christmas Thanksgiving meal on multiple hot plates. And I was so fucking impressed because I can't imagine living somewhere without a motherfucking stove or an oven. Doesn't sound real. Exactly. And so that's what I'm trying to offer is, like, I don't think it's right that anybody black is going without housing in America at all. But I also want to be honest about the fact that, like, we're watching the colonial project unfold. And it entails using non-black people and making it seem like we super care. And again, I know people don't want to hear motherfuckers is getting fucking a free hotel room. I know they don't want to hear that, but I know that like a hotel room is not a fucking house. Like that's not housing. And I know people are not going to hold that in certain respects. But as someone who's been houseless and housing insecure for a long time, like that's still not housing. And those people are still housing insecure. And so being upset with what they got is kind of frustrating. It's not frustrating, but it doesn't seem like it's worth my time personally, because it's like these people got a fucking Band-Aid for a bullet wound. They're not healing. They're not being even cared for properly. And that's the issue really, is that even the non-black people aren't getting cared for properly, but people will be like, well, they got something. Like, motherfuckers will be starving and be like, look at those people, they got a crouton. And I get it. But at the end of the day, do we really want to be looking at that community and being like, damn, y'all got a crouton? Like, I just feel like, personally, I just feel like there's a bigger conversation here. Like, what does it look like to acknowledge that what's happening here is part of the larger conversation of, like, settler colonial project? Because, again, these people aren't being busted for no fucking reason, man. Like, I feel like that's a whole nother aspect of this combo. Is like, by singling out immigrants, we're failing to note, in my honest opinion, that like these people are being busted for a fucking payday. Like, when you work under the books, people can exploit you easier. And like, the more that the fucking the middle class disappears and the more polarizing like race wages become, people that are not already in this system of wage and wealth and inequality will become the new prey. So again, like, I know that this only spells disaster for black folks, because again, when you're trying to create a permanent underclass to facilitate the upper class, and then you price the underclass out of like literally just having basic fucking needs, you have to either give them their shit and help them, or you find someone cheaper. And that's what's happening. Like, a lot of people of color who are here are being undercut by under the table workers in a particular way. Not in every industry, but it's going to start becoming more rampant. And honestly, when I was living in that last house, like, the two white people talking about go to McDonald's and get a job, or fucking go be a homosexual, this is what I mean. Like, white people can only think about exploiting someone in a different way. They're not thinking of actual fucking solutions. Thank you. But I'm just saying though, like, the option that a lot of white people have, colonized thinking people have, is like, let's just fuck somebody else over. Let's just harm somebody else. Let's just pass along the harm. And so that's what I'm saying about the concept that like anybody black is like the or is at odds with like these people getting offered crumbs. It's like, nah, because fighting with them is not really fighting the actual issue. Fighting with them is going to I just feel like, between me and you, I feel like even acknowledging this is fucking anti-blackness. But the whole Stop Asian Hate shit, like, that was white people fucking these Asian people up. And I swear, like, the handful of black folks involving themselves are the ones that got scapegoated as the face of the motherfucking hateful people. And so what I'm trying to offer is, like, just consider, like, how white people will utilize fucking xenophobia and use black people to do it. Like, that's why I'm trying to call you in with love. Cause it's like, white people will love your thoughts. White people will be like, yes, look at those Latino people taking y'all's stuff, y'all's crumbs. That's what the convo become about, is about infighting, and white people get to just sit back and eat popcorn and laugh, because at the end of the day, they're still not being implicated. We're still talking about the other, when it's them. So that's what I'm trying to offer. Like, I'm not trying to fight with nobody. I'm just trying to say, like, we are getting taught all the time to, like, not hate each other, but just be like, why am I not getting that? And it's like, let's talk to master. But if we talk to white people I just feel like I can't conceive it because it's just one of those things where we're just so preyed upon that it's like, damn, like that's what I want to see. I want to see all of it. I want to see a bunch of people that work in the back pop up on the fucking manager and be like, hey, so we all talked about our wages and it's not enough. We gonna leave tonight. We letting this whole fucking building crumble if you don't give us our money. That's what I want to see. I want to see all the fucking DEI hires in the fucking White House pop up on Joe and be like, listen, we not gonna give you your pills on time. Yup. Oh, yup. Your Pedialyte, it's not coming. Like, I want them to really just consider if y'all came together and came and walked up to Master, he would not be able to do too much because, again, the whole shit is predicated on there being slaves. For there to be a master, there gotta be a slave. So I want folks to transform mentally so we can start being, like, candid with motherfuckers. Because it's like, if you need me to be a slave, let's all get together and talk to Master about how he actually is going to have to figure something out, because we're not going to do that. We're not going to operate the way that he needs us to. But again, I feel like getting to that point, it's going to take a lot of empathy. It's going to take a lot of holding space for people just, being very similar, being one. And I know we're not there yet. I know we're not there. But it's okay. We don't got to get there all in one day, bitch. We don't got to get there all in one day. But slowly but surely, bitch, I see it. I see so many people, like, coming to the conclusion, like, there's no need to treat each other poorly. And I feel like that's what's scaring these motherfuckers. Like, that's what scares the powers that be. That you don't think there's a reason to be hating another human or be looking down on them or to be thinking that you deserve what they got. Once you start fucking working through that shit, you become so safe for community. You become safer to organize with and to collaborate with. And that's what we're fighting for. What I think we should be fighting for is the safety to collaborate with each other. And so that's why I was talking about yesterday, living in this space. Is like, yo, the white people I was living with before, like, they were not feeling safe to collaborate with me. They were trying to act like they don't know me. I'm unknown. I'm random. I'm just a random bitch. Who am I? Like, again, when people are operating like that, like, what can you fucking do, bitch? Like, you gotta just fucking accept what they feel and go. And so that's why, like, in this new manifestation, I'm just hoping that I can maintain, like, who I know I am. And I'm not gonna play like I always been here. I haven't, like, I've totally, like, let shit slide because I have low self-esteem and I'm working on raising it. Like, I almost wanted to be like, like, bitch, now you still got it a little bit. And it's okay, Buki. And it's okay. But I'm not trying to be, and don't be acting delusional about what you know you got with you, you know? Like, I know my low self-esteem has really caused me a lot of distress, so I'm trying to hold that shit in front and hold it as a reality so that I don't be so delusional, I don't change my fucking behavior. So, that's a little segue. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for chilling with me and hanging out. It's been super cute. It's been super fun. I'm trying to think. I'm about to get crazy high and clean the bathroom. I wonder where the cat went. Pumpkin was being so wild today. He, like, ran into me. Like, he was not letting me get away from him. I was like, damn, Pumpkin, you love. But yeah, I'm about to go make this fucking potato soup. Pray for me, bitch. Pray for me with this potato soup. It's such a rainy, shitty day. I got some ham off the bone. I almost wanted to get a ham bone, bitch. But they wasn't, bitch, I was trying to look for a pork neck, a turkey neck. I was trying to look for necks. They don't got no neck bones out here. Damn, bitch. Like, that's how Caucasian, that's the most, like, I'm in the most Caucasian location. I have never been able to not get a neck bone or a pork bone or something. They didn't have no bones available. I want to make eye contact, bitch. The window is big. Anyways, I love you guys. I'll talk to y'all later. If y'all only seen this lady, bitch, like, it was literally like the white lady from fucking, damn. It was literally the white lady from Hocus Pocus. It was literally fucking Bette Midler, like, that walked by. And I was like, damn, not Bette. Anyways, bye.